Alright, the only thing better than motion problems is mixture problems. So we're going to do 17. Sean has a solution that is 30% salt. I'm going to go ahead and write the information down. I know it's 30% salt. How many gallons of pure water and solution should he mix to make 40 gallons of a diluted solution that is 9% salt? Okay, well, I'm going to start with this number here. I like these numbers, these totals. I know I want 40 gallons total. So however much water I get, I'm going to add that to the salt solution, and I know that equals 40. And now I can start dealing with the percentages. Now here's what's interesting. I know I want this 30% salt, so we change 30% to 0.3, right? How much salt is in the water solution? Well, 0, right? It's going to be 0% salt in that water solution, and that's going to equal 40 times 0.09. Okay, so I've got a water solution that's 0% salt, so that just goes away, and now I've got 0.3 gallon, or 0.3 times however many gallons of my salt solution equals, and then this is going to be 3.6. 40 times 0.09 should give me 3.6. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and divide these. I think, is that going to, what's 3.6 divided by 0.3? It's 12. Should have been able to do that without a calculator. But anyway, so I'm going to have 12 gallons of my salt solution, and that means if I go back up here, I plug 12 in for S, so I can see that I'm going to need 28 gallons of pure water. Okay, let's jump down to number 19. Okay, a pharmacist is making an antiseptic of iodine and alcohol. The solution he now has is 5%. That's what he's got right now. Iodine. Let me go ahead and put a little I for, well, why not just spell out the whole word just for fun? Iodine. Hope I spelled that right. He wants a mixture that is 6% iodine. That's the goal. How much of a 10% iodine solution and how much of his original 5% does he need to mix together to get 50 milliliters of a new antiseptic? Okay, again, I like problems like this where I know the total that I'm dealing with at 50. However much, I've got so much of the 10% solution plus so much of the 5% solution, so many milliliters, is going to give me 50 total. And now all I really have to do is just take the same equation and put the percentages in, right? So I'll have so much of the 10% solution plus so much of the 5% solution, and that's going to give me 50 milliliters. That is 0.06, or 6%, or 50 times 0.06. Okay, I can solve this for x or y. I'll go ahead and solve it for y this time, and I'll say that's 50 minus x. So I can substitute that in for y right there. So we get 0.1 x plus 0.05 times 50 minus x is going to be equal to, I don't trust myself to do this in my head correctly, so 50 times 0.06 looks like 3. So that's a nice round number. Okay, now we just need to simplify a little bit here. So I'm going to have to multiply 0.05 times 50, that's 2.5. So I have 0.1x plus 2.5 minus 0.05x equals 3. And we're just going to simplify this a little bit. So this will be 0.05x, right? Because I've got the 0.1 minus the 0.05. And then I subtract 2.5 from 3, and I'll get 0.5. So now I just divide 0.5 by 0.05, and I will get 10. So I'll need 10 milliliters of the 10% iodine, and then I just plug the 10 back up into here, and that tells me that I'm going to need 40 milliliters of the 5% iodine solution.